Alright guys, we're working on the old Enigma houseboat again today. In particular, we're gonna be in the little master bedroom in the bottom front part of the boat, right about in this area here. I'm in the tiny bedroom up here in the bow of the boat. I'm hunched down because this is only about 3 feet tall. So what I'm trying to do today is see how bad the stringers are under this room here. The problem is it's fiberglass, and this is the last part of the boat where I haven't seen the stringers. The only way we can get to them is to cut the fiberglass floor, get under here and see what the stringers look like. Now, since the rest of the boat you've seen in the previous videos, the engine room stringers are shot, the main stringers in the main room are shot. Now you might be wondering, why is it such a disaster down here? So, in one of the first videos, I told you guys that when this boat was still up at the lake, I went up there one day and I've got a picture of it where all the windows were open on the boat and I knew someone had broken into it. And sure enough, they'd broken into the boat, ransacked it, they stole the fridge, all kinds of stuff out of the boat, and they just tore this little bedroom apart. Guarantee they were meth heads. And the reason I say that is they did stuff like they took this light fixture apart on each side. They stole a light bulb out of this one. They stole the mattress. All right, but then they left stuff that was actually worth money. Like here is a bronze propeller. This is fully bronze. It's probably 30 pounds. They did leave a painting that my mom did, so that's cool. It's kind of dirty though. I've got to see if I can clean that off and get that out of the boat. While we're on the subject of what got stolen out of here, the last thing, I don't remember if I ever mentioned it, I had a bell on the front of this boat right here that my mom gave me. So there's the holes from it. Okay, you can see it in some of the old pictures of the boat. It's just some China knockoff bell, but my mom gave it to me. They unscrewed that thing and stole it. It was probably a $5 bell. What I think would be cool is instead of buying a replacement bell off like Amazon, is if we found a YouTube creator, some of those guys that do castings, and I think some make actual ship bells, and if we did a collab and made a custom bell for the Enigma. So like this video if y'all don't mind, and then maybe that way, one day these videos will get out there and we'll find someone that could do that for us. I think that'd be cool. Now I did have tools in these cabinets here, so they said all the tools. I had a bunch of spare parts, but they didn't take everything. So I'm gonna go through here, see if there's anything worth saving, throw the rest of it away. A prop shaft zinc, there's a corroded fuse. Head gasket off the old Kohler generator, so that's solid copper. Oil filters. So these are for the Ford 351s. We're not gonna use those engines anymore. So these oil filters are useless. Replacement key cylinder, ignition switch that I never put in. Keep that, that's good. Spare prop shaft coupler they left. Pretty beat up. That's pretty much trash. Ooh, this one's heavy. No. The old distributors, spare caps, spare coil. Nothing in there. Nothing in there. Had tools in there. They stole all of that. I left this random little piggy bank. They left all my Titanic stuff. So I've loved the Titanic since I was a kid. And I've got a bunch of reprints of stuff like here's a newspaper article, telegrams, and this was my favorite one. So this is from the Olympic. It's to the Titanic at 11:50 p.m. and it says, "Am lighting up all possible boilers as fast as can." So they were going to try and rescue the Titanic. It's just crazy to think that now, even on a big ship, if you want to go faster, come up, throttles, full throttle, go to town. But back in 1912, they had to send their crew down, fire up the boilers, shovel coal in. I bet it took them an hour to get up to top speed in that thing to try and get to the Titanic. It's just crazy. What the hell is this? What is this? A cork! An actual cork! A cork. Why? Alright, so now that I've got this cleaned out, let me give you a little tour here. So, you've seen the renderings I've done where I've drawn out the rest of the boat, but I still haven't done the downstairs yet. So, pretty simple. We've got some stairs down here. I don't know if I'm going to keep this sink. I didn't use it that much over the years. This has all got to come out because I'm not going to use this old laminated wood. So, you know, we'll do new style, the shaker cabinet doors. This will fit a king-size mattress, and there was one down here, so we'll probably do the same thing. I think we're going to coat this in some kind of wood paneling or something to make it look nicer, because this plain white fiberglass, that doesn't look that good. And then over here, where the stairs are, so there's a lot of storage that we could have under here. This is hollow, so I think make a door here. That'd give room for like a small air conditioner. So now they make air conditioners that use water and they're pretty small, so we can get a small one to just cool this downstairs area. Used to just have a fan back here taped. You can still see some of the duct tape, and it would just bring air in from the main room. It's kind of cheesy. So they did have some nice things down here though. So you had an AC light, okay, that's the white one, and a DC light. Yeah, you had a nice little mirror here so you could make sure you don't look like a gremlin before you go outside. And then there was a door here, it rotted away. All the wiring, this is a disaster, ripping all of this out. I've told you guys about the hydraulics, we're gonna get rid of that. We're going to electronic controls, and that way this should be cleaned up a lot. All right, so the last thing we've gotta do, like I said, cut this fiberglass floor out so we can see if the stringers are any good, because we've made it up to this bulkhead here, and we know the stringers are bad all the way to the back of the boat. I think the easiest way to do this one's gonna be circular saw, so it's gonna be a dusty disaster. I'm gonna have to go get suited up for this one for sure. What is this? Look at this. Nope. This looks horrible. Good. Look at that floor! Oh. There we go. This is not OSHA approved right here. Okay, that was pretty miserable. Don't ever restore an old houseboat, just buy a new one. Look at this. So, do you guys think it was a good idea that we cut this piece of floor up? I'm gonna say yes. Look at this. This floor was gone. It's just leaves. Yeah, these drain holes, limber holes that they would put in. Yeah, what they would do is they would cut these out so the water can drain through, but they wouldn't re-seal it. So moisture gets up in here into the wood and the stringer's just gone. This is hollow. Check it out, this is kind of interesting. So here is the floor of the boat, and then this wood on top is part of this mold that they would set in here. So this entire fiberglass kind of tub. And you can see the gap they tried to make up with this sealant. This is like over 1 inch thick, just these blobs. So that explains why this floor was always kind of squishy. So that's some nice craftsmanship from 1976. Yeah, you can see the gap between this fiberglass shell and the floor they tried to make up with shims and this blobs of sealant. So what we'll do is we'll make the stringers, when we do them in here, we'll make them the right height. We'll put some ribs that go across. That way when we put the floor back down, it's supported the whole way across instead of supported every couple feet by blobs of sealant. There's not one good stringer in this boat. The entire 50 feet from the engine room to the very front here. So it's a lot of wood, a lot of fiberglass. It's 40 years old. What are you gonna do? Woo! This is also interesting. There's this through hull fitting. Whoa! What is that all about? So there's a through hull fitting hose. This was going up to the front here, where the guy had a random piece of cork stuck in the end. So this is like sewage hose. Here's the old depth finders that were in here, these through holes. These were probably leaking because pretty much just hand tight. Unscrew that and there's a hole in the bottom of the boat there for you. So I'm gonna pull all these fittings. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 holes up here that don't need to be in the bottom of the hole anymore. Let's go up under the hull here so I can find those through holes. Yeah, here they are. So there's that intake. Oh, it's kind of RTV'd shut. There's one of the depth finders, and there's that bigger discharge. So the other boat that we cut up, it had an actual bathroom in the front of the boat too. And I think back in the 70s, you could discharge sewage right into the river or the lake. So you would have had an intake for the head and then a discharge. And I think you could do that. This was a Mississippi River boat. So I think maybe you could even discharge right into the river back in the day. I don't think you can anymore. You sure can't on a lake. That's a big no-no, so. All right, guys, so I thought we might get lucky and at least the first 10 feet of this boat might have good stringers, but no such luck. We're gonna have to redo the entire 50-something feet of stringers. That's just how it goes. So anyway, appreciate you guys watching. We'll keep filming. We'll see y'all in the next one.